whispers called me from left and right. A maze of mirrors, a tangle of lies. Each step felt like the end of the line. I was falling, falling fast. Thought this moment would be my last. But you came running through the storm, through the cunning. You tore the chains, broke the snare. Jesus, you found me there. You found me there. Temptation grinned with a devil's grin. Promised me gold but sold me sin. I reached for light but the dark grew tall. I thought I'd lost it, thought I'd lost it all. I was sinking, sinking low. Then your mercy began to show. And you came running through the storm, through the cunning. You tore the chains, broke the snare. Jesus, you found me there. You found me I was running blind in the dead of night, chasing whispers that promised light. But every step sank deeper, deeper still. The chains, they whispered, you're too far gone. But a voice said, child, just hold on. Your light broke in, it shattered the dark. ground split wide beneath my feet. A voice of fire, a curse it beat. It called my name, it knew my fear. The shadows laughed, said you're staying here. But a whisper broke through the flame, a light that shattered every tide. Hell came for me, but heaven answered first. Love poured out where I deserved the worst. Grace pulled me up, I saw the skies reverse. Hell came for me, but heaven answered first. The smoke rose high, the air turned cold. The lies wrapped tight, they took their hold. But mercy's hand reached through the dark, lit up my soul, reignited my spark. The chains fell loose, the night grew thin. A voice declared, you belong to him. Hell came for me, but heaven answered first. Love poured out where I deserved the worst. Grace pulled me up, I saw the skies reverse. Hell came for me, but heaven answered first. I built my walls so high they scrape the sky, a fortress of shadows where I couldn't try. Every echo whispered fears I knew too well, but a voice broke through the silence, soft yet fierce. It called my name. You called me out of hiding, out of the dark I'd been residing. Chains fell loose as your love rushed in. Now I'm free. Now I'm free I wore my shame like armor, heavy and cold. Each step I took felt like the earth would fold. But your truth was louder than the lies I held. Your grace shattered my defenses, and mercy held my trembling head. You called me out of hiding, out of the dark I'd been residing. Chains fell loose as your love rushed in. Now I'm free. Now I'm free. you won't stand tall. He built up walls. Oh, he built up walls. His plan was my fall. His plan was my fall. His plan was my fall. But the light broke through. It pierced the night. A voice said, "Child, hold on tight." God rewrote my story, tore the pages of despair, turned my pain into glory, left his fingerprints everywhere. Where there was ashes, now beauty stands. The enemy's ruin was God's mighty I walked through shadows, I heard the lies. They said I was lost, no place to rise. But grace found my heart. Grace found my eyes. Grace found my eyes. And the chains, they fell. The prison shook. My name is written in His holy book. God rewrote my deserve such grace. Who am I to see his face? But he stood where I should stand, took the nails with holy hands, paid the price I could not pay. He took my place. The night was a thief, it stole my name. Shadows whispered like they knew my shame. Every step a crack in my fragile ground. Hell's choir sang, but no love was found. I was falling fast with no rope inside. A voice cut through the endless night. Hell came for me, but heaven answered first. A light broke through my deepest curse. Chains fell down, they hit the dirt. Hell came for me, but heaven answered first. The flames were close, they licked my heels. A roar of fear, the pain was real. But then a hand pulled me from the ash. Hope ignited where despair had crashed. The sky opened wide, a promise clear. desperate plea, and his voice called out, "Child, lean on me." I was ambushed by temptation's snare, lost in a trap, gasping for air. But Jesus ran to the battlefield. With his love, my wounds were healed. Ambush, but now I'm free. I built a cave with my own hands, stacked the stones like shifting sands. A fortress weak, but it felt strong. I hid my heart, I hid so long. Out of the shadows, into the light, he called my name, he made it right. Chains are gone, fear has no place. I found my freedom in his grace. The whispers told me stay inside, but love's voice broke through where I hide. A quiet knock, a mighty roar. He stood there waiting at the door. I thought I was safe in the dark, but he lit a fire in my heart. Out of the shadows, into the light, he called my name, he made it right. Chains are gone, fear has no place. I found my freedom in his grace. The walls I built began to fall. I heard his voice above it all. Come to me, you're not alone. You're my child, and you're coming home. shadows.